I'd be winning right now if it weren't for this rigged game.
Man, it's a
Like,
tied
You're not. Yeah,
score.
you're not losing. It's 1900 to 1900.
Man, who
yeah,
already
it's rigged.
rigged my
Fake
ass?
news. Collusion.
me.
There's collusion in this game.
There's no
I
collusion.
assure you,
There
with
is
the last.
collusion.
If there's any collusion, it's between you
Ari,
two, because
You
I was purposely pissing off
reset
Orik.
the buzzer. Yeah.
All right,
And then
so
you're
I
just
assure
taking
you.
advantage of
Let
that.
me speak. Ari, let me speak.
Man, you're
I assure you,
getting
with
pretty
these,
angry for a
Dean,
Sigma.
stop. Dean, stop. Let me speak. I assure you, with these last 3 questions, at least one of them will not be guessed correctly, so the game will not end in a tie. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Pineapple. I'm your host, Orik. Joined here by my co-hosts, Dean and Ari, today.
Hello.
We're doing a part 2 to Jeopardy. Our reigning champion, Ari, is back, and Dean thinks he can defeat the champion. He doesn't want the champion to uphold his title any longer, even though it's only a victory streak of 1. We have another set of 5 categories we'll be going over today, with them being weird laws, scientific inventions, landmarks, 2000s cartoons, and the Unfiltered Pineapple cast facts. If you two are ready, we can certainly get our team names set and get going. So, reigning champion can pick first. What do you want to be for your team name today?
Well, last game I went with Sigma for Sigma male squad. So I will keep going with that one.
All right, Team Sigma. And what about you, Dean?
I wasn't prepared for this. How about Team Beta Squad? Let's do that.
Sigma versus Beta. All right, getting Greek here. It's like a tragedy versus a comedy. I like that.
No. Let's do Omega. What is an Omega? I don't
Isn't
even
that
know.
the lowest one?
Is that the what?
Isn't that the lowest one?
What do you mean by
I think
lowest?
keeping with that.
What do you mean by lowest?
Well, the 6 types
there's
are
a-
alpha, beta, gamma,
Yeah, but
omega,
there's a
delta,
hierarchy,
and
yeah.
sigma. Alpha is the confident, blah blah blah. Beta is beta.
Sigma is not in the hierarchy though.
Yeah, sigma's just outside that pyramid. Gamma is the adventurous, eager one. Omega is self-assured, is driven, is intelligent, has diversified interest, and then the delta is resigned, resentful, self-sabotaging, lonely. Delta's, I think, the bottom. Yeah, we'll go with Omega Squad today. The Omega Ordinance.
All right, we got Sigmas versus Omegas. This will be a battle of the day, not the century, just the day. So, as champion, you get to pick your first category and options.
What are the
Who would you like
categories?
to start
Orik?
with, Ari?
Okay.
Hold on. He's got to host properly here. What are the categories for the listeners?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. What's the
Come
category?
on, people don't know what's
I
going
said
on
them
here.
at the start. No, I said them at the start.
No, you didn't.
Weird laws. I did. Weird
Oh, yeah,
laws.
you did actually.
Scientific
Sorry.
inventions,
You did.
landmarks, 2000s cartoons, the UP cast facts.
You know what? You're right. You got it right. I wasn't listening. I'll admit it.
Unlike you,
You
I have
were paying
experience
attention.
hosting. I have experience hosting.
I
unlike
have
you, so
experience
I know what I'm doing.
hosting and giving speeches.
Not like I
also.
do. Not like
I know
I
how
do.
to talk.
You just keep on talking. So, anyways, Ari, which category and which points would you like to start with?
You know what? I'm going to start with scientific inventions for 400.
All right, scientific inventions for 400.
It looks like Ari's already buzzed in, by the way. I think he's cheating.
Hold on. Yeah, I accidentally buzzed in the last.
Yeah, I just cleared
the
the
button
list.
and it just
Goddamn
buzzed in.
cheater. You can't trust a Sigma. They never follow the
Alright.
rules.
So, Alexander Graham Bell is credited with inventing the first crude version of this device in 1881 to help locate a bullet in the chest of then President James Garfield.
You know what? This is 400. I thought this was a 100 question. I thought the answer was telephone, but Hold on a second. I think I know this. Locate a bullet in the chest. X-ray? First version
Not
of an X-ray?
quite.
What?
Not quite. Ari, I see that you buzzed in.
Okay, so I'm going to go with a PET scan.
PET scan. Not quite, but closer. I'm going to have to think about if I'm going to give it to you or not. The correct answer is a metal detector.
A magnet. Okay.
Not necessarily a magnet. It didn't work. So this was at the time when President James Garfield was just shot by his assassin. Alexander Graham Bell got called in to come help try and get the bullet, but he was unsuccessful. So it wasn't a magnet. It didn't work.
I was actually thinking like ultrasound would have been the next one, but metal detector makes sense. But using it in a medical sense, I don't think anyone would have guessed.
I mean, it's what it is. So just to clarify a few more of the rules real quick, since I may have skipped over a couple of them. Unlike last Jeopardy, this time Double Jeopardy is clearly identified for the participants. And this time there will not be a final Jeopardy. Additionally, what I'm going to do is if the contestant decides to speak before the question is entirely read out loud, buzz in before it's read out loud, I will back out and they will have to answer the question with what they know. All right, proceeding forward.
For those of
buzzers.
obviously really quick, we're all screen sharing a Jeopardy board. So that is why he said he'll back out, because then we can't keep reading it.
Yes, thank you for clarifying that. All right, next question. Since no one got it right, Ari, pick the next category and points.
I'm gonna do weird laws for 300.
Yeah, whatever.
Weird laws for 300. All right, the buzzer is cleared and begin. Unless you have a permit, Dean, go ahead.
You cannot take a picture of of a rabbit from the months of January to April. Let's say New Hampshire.
All right. The question was, unless you have a permit, you cannot take a picture of a rabbit in this state from January through April. You said New Hampshire. That is incorrect. Ari, do you have a guess? You got about 20 seconds.
There's like
20
49 different
seconds.
states.
He can cheat so easily in that time.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We're not losing points, so you got a 1 in 48 chance. You know for a damn fact it's not Hawaii.
49. I want to say Vermont.
You are also incorrect. The correct answer is Wyoming.
I was close.
To clarify, it's not specific to rabbits. It's about other woodland creatures, large and small, but the primary focus of it was towards rabbits. All right.
Ari, you might remember, or Orik, you might remember. What is that zone where you can legally get away with murder because you can't be tried technically in that territory because there's no humans that live in the territory?
In, Yellowstone.
What is it? Something Yellowstone?
Is a place in Yellowstone. There's like a couple
technically
miles.
in Idaho or something, and then there's no humans that live on it because it's like reservation.
So you
it's
can't be tried. There's no like legal presence there. Yeah.
You remember what the name of that zone is called?
No, actually.
Right off the top of my head.
Okay. No, I'm just curious. I don't have any reason to ask. We're taking a trip later. Anyways.
Hurry. No one's got any points yet, so you're leading the Sigma team with a tie of 0-0. Go ahead and pick the next prompt.
I'm actually a little bit scared that no one's going to get any points. But
trust me, they get easier. The thing is
with Orik, he starts with hundreds because he thinks he's so smart. He starts with hundreds that are actually like 400 levels for most people. And that's why my questions last time were a lot easier. And unfortunately, Platypus is just not good at trivia at all, but those were definitely a lot easier questions.
So let's do like landmarks for 200.
All right. This famous, all right, Dean.
I didn't buzz.
The buzzer said you buzzed in right away.
I don't know what the name of it is. I know it's the plateau.
right, we'll do that one again. The buzzer literally said you buzzed in a second after I clicked 200.
I know this one. Can I buzz in?
All right, I'm going to do it again. No one buzzed yet. Hold on. Let me just read the question, then I'll unlock the buzzer. All right, so this famous 348-meter tall landmark existing in central Australia is commonly referred to as the heart of Australia. Buzzer open.
That's
Who's
crap.
first? Go ahead, Dean.
It's a something plateau. I'm not good with names. I know what the landmark is. It's a big ass red zit.
Okay, can I
Ari, do
answer?
you know the name of it?
I think it's like Urdu.
You're on the right track. There's two possible names I will accept.
Purdue, Prairie.
I'll try and give you a hint. It's not plateau, Dean. It's referred to as a rock. But what's the name of the rock?
Chandler's Rock. I don't know.
I don't think we know this one.
You're so close. I'm actually going to give you that one, Dean. The actual answer is Ayers Rock, or in the native language, Uluru.
Ah, yes, Uluru. Like my sleep demon. Okay.
So, all right. Omega, I'm going to give you points for that because you were close enough, in my opinion.
Good enough for
And a
me,
lot.
too. Your opinion is
I'm gonna
exceptionally
lock it
On
amazing.
this one, I'm suing.
Did I ever tell you how amazing your opinions are?
You're going to lose 200 points if you keep talking like that.
Oh, you're amazing.
All right.
Anyways,
So, Omega, team of Omega, you guys get to pick your next category and points.
yes, guys, plural. Let me talk to my associates really quick before we decide. No, he's a dumbass. We're gonna go with UP Cast Facts for 100.
All right. UP Cast Facts for 100. I'm unlocking the buzzer. All right, let's go. This UP member has reached the rank of an Eagle Scout. Team,
Is it Brandon?
correct. 100 points.
I'm also an
Okay.
Eagle Scout, by the way.
I
So
was gonna say Ari is also an Eagle Scout, and I think you forgot that.
There's multiple correct answers. You gave one of the correct answers, so you got the point. That's why it was 100 points.
All right. Let's go with 2,000 cartoons for 200.
1,000 cartoons for 200. Buzzer is unlocked and begin. Starting in 2001, this coming-of-age story followed the life of a 14-year-old girl named Penny.
I feel like I know what
For a
it
hint,
is.
for a hint,
yeah,
it
I
was
know
on
what it
Disney.
is.
It was on Disney.
Does
Ari,
she have red?
It's the Proud Family.
correct. Here's the Proud Family.
Woo!
Just about to ask. Yeah.
Let me add those points to Team Sigma. All right.
Sigma males rule. All right, so let's do scientific inventions for 200.
Scientific inventions for 200. All right. Dean, you disconnected from the buzzer. Are you back on?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, we're going to begin.
My screen
Sci-
locked. I'm good.
Okay, that might have been what it was. I didn't want to start if you weren't even able to click in. So, scientific inventions for 200. This invention consists of a thermally insulated compartment and a heat pump to regulate the temperature of decomposable items left inside of it.
What is a
Ari,
refrigerator? Yeah.
correct. All right. Ari, the reigning champion has taken the lead by 100 points. It's 400 to 300. Pick your next category.
Let's do landmarks for 100.
Could you repeat that, please?
Let's do landmarks for 100.
100. Okay. This one's a favorite of mine. Located 8,000 plus feet above sea level, this ancient city can be found in the South America's Andes Mountains. Ari,
What is Machu Picchu?
correct. Next option. What are you picking?
Let's do 2000s cartoons for 300.
All right. We have our first double Jeopardy. Brainchild of Butch Hartman, this cartoon focused on the life of a teenage boy who hides his identity from his brainy, oblivious parents. Dean,
What is Danny Phantom? Well, isn't Double Jeopardy supposed to be wagering points?
is, but I'm just going to give you double points for this. I
All
don't
right.
feel like doing that.
What is Danny Phantom?
Correct.
I almost said the wrong one. I was like, wait a second. They wouldn't be brainy. The more popular one. Awesome.
All
So
right.
Omega Squad rules. We'll go with Weird Laws for 100. I like to
Weird
keep
Laws
things
for-
tense at the end with more points.
Looks as though you got disconnected again.
Oh, I'm
Here we
back.
go. All
Yeah,
right,
my
before I
screen
start the buzzer. Yep, just making sure. Weird Laws for 100. This landlocked state
Oh, I
has
got this.
prohibitions. Dean.
Oh, it's one of the two. I'm going to say Kansas. If it's not that one, it's the other one. I don't know if it's-
Incorrect.
Incorrect?
Incorrect. This landlocked state has prohibitions on the whaling industry.
So I guess I'll just go with Nebraska.
Incorrect.
Oklahoma.
That is correct,
Yep.
but you don't get the points.
I know. I was one of the two. One of the two.
All right, so
Darn it.
since no one got it right,
Weird Laws,
Megas
200.
is 200 points. All right.
Give it to
Everyone's
me,
ready,
I'm worth
buzzers are
it.
clear, and let's begin. Mispronouncing this state's name will violate the law. And it's double jeopardy. You get double points if you get this right. If you mispronounce the state's name, it will violate the law. Ari,
What is Arkansas?
correct. And you pronounced it
Awesome.
correctly.
Really? It's not okay. I was like, oh, it's got to be Arkansas. But then I was like, no, maybe Hawaii wouldn't be that strict, and Indiana's not that weird.
In Missouri at first. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. My first thought was Arkansas, but then I was like, no, that's just for the memes.
It is highly unlikely you will be punished for putting an extra S at the end of the word, but it is pronounced Arkansas according to the law.
Wait, people
Alright, so
pronounce it
Ari-
with an extra. Who adds an S? Who's calling like
Arkansas.
Alaskas? Like,
They say Arkansas and Arkansas. There's
well,
people that
Arkansas
say
is
both.
obvious, but who's saying Arkansas?
Arkansas is incorrect and it's illegal, and Arkansas is also incorrect. And
What if I'm not
Don't
talking
allowed-
about?
You're not allowed to call it plural.
Stop
What if I'm
breaking
not
the
a-
law, Dean.
What if I'm not calling it Arkansas and I'm calling it Arkansas
Stop
for a
being
reason?
belligerent.
I'm not
That's-
talking about
yeah.
the state. I'm not. You can't. You have to
Bad
then
treat
prove.
the host over here.
You have to then prove I am talking about the state itself and not something else.
What else is called Arkansas? What else is spelled that way?
It's spelled Arkansas. It's not spelled Arkansas.
Said what else is called Arkansas? What else is spelled that way?
Anyways,
All right. I forgot. Who got that right? Ari, right? Yes, Ari
Yeah.
got it right. So, all right, you're down by 200 points. Which category do you want to do next? You guys have left all the 500s open. I assure you they're not all extremely difficult, even though
I'm very skeptical about the 500
I'm
ones.
not
but
worried
let's go
about
with-
their difficulty.
Let's
like-
go
I
with
like tension.
scientific inventions for 500. Dean, shut up.
I just like the heat and the stress at the end when we're all one question away with huge 500-point swings.
Okay.
All right, scientific inventions for 500. Daniel Wyeth is largely credited with inventing this portable item in 1973 used to store refreshments. Dean,
I don't know, like an igloo cooler.
no. Ari,
So a plastic bottle?
correct.
Oh wow.
What is the water bottle?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, there were, in researching this question, there were people that came up with ideas and stuff beforehand, but they weren't cost effective nor used widely by the public. So
Now,
Nathaniel Wyeth gets credit for largely making them more circulated, easier access, more public accessible, all that stuff,
so for
more
making
cheap.
it streamlined, because water bottles have been around since
He also did
ancient
make
times.
he also did make certain modern designs. Of course, people have always had canisters and stuff when they traveled to carry water with them. Water is an
So
essential.
he's credited with a mass-produced, repeatable version of the same type of bottle for water or for drinks and stuff. And
Exactly.
plastic,
It's not made out of animal skin and all that stuff.
and
It's
it's not
actually
glass.
yeah, he made the one made out of the modern plastic technology. Correct.
Okay, there's some good clarification there, because that would have been questionable if.
Yeah, I have a bit of background and hints for all of these. That's why I made them questions. I'm not just gonna throw it out there. Out of the blue, like, hey, what is this?
Well, I don't know why. So okay.
Here's you're connected again. All right. So, Ari, congratulations. You got the first 500 correct. What's your next option?
Let's do landmarks for 300.
Landmarks for 300. Okay. Found in Brussels, this landmark is used for the furtherance of democratic, social, and economic principles for member states. Ari,
What is the the European Union commission place?
what's another word for commission place?
um was it the Court of Justice?
How do I read it? You're on the right track. I'll give it to you regardless. I'm just trying to get you to get a certain word. What would you call the main office?
The Central?
Like the brain, the whole place.
The
Come on.
European Union Community
No,
Commission, something like that. I don't remember the name actually.
I'm not asking for the full name. You're right. It's the European Union headquarters. I'm not getting too specific here. So I said you're still going to get the points for it. I was just trying to get you to say the word headquarters, where the main office is located. Pretty
He's
much.
making it extra difficult for you just to tease you and his prey.
Go with that. You got the points, and you're 600 points ahead of Dean. The champion is holding his lead tight and firm. Okay, so all
To
right,
to
what's the
clarify,
next
the points are 1,500 to 900 because he obviously is hosting it and giving that extra information.
I'll give a point update periodically.
You just say the difference.
Yeah, people want to know how close the competition is.
They can do basic math.
Okay, I believe in them.
All right, so I guess I'll go with 2000s cartoons for 500.
2000s cartoons for 500. All right, everyone is connected. Again, this PBS kids show focused on a young cat who learned the values and importance of family and loyalty while
God
living
bless
in
America. I
magistrate's
know
palace in
exactly
ancient
what
China.
this is. I have no goddamn clue what the name of the show is. I could
Got
give
the
you all
name
the
too.
details. I could give you all the
Crap.
details of it. They
That's
learn calligraphy
exactly
with their tails.
that is exactly why I put this as a 500 question, because I had to look up the name of this show too to figure out what it was called. I remembered it very vividly. Give you guys extra time to think about it. Just promise me you're not Googling it up right now. Hurry.
Well, because you made me promise right now, I'm not.
So
It's
the name is
do I get
I'm
bonus
not
points?
gonna remember.
Do I get points if I tell you how many like words are in the name? It's like 6 words in the name of it. For the title.
you are correct about that.
Yeah, I
you
know
are correct
what
about
the
that.
hell it is, and I know.
If you know how many words, then say the words, man.
Shut up, Sigma
He's not.
bitch.
I really doubt he's not going to know the actual name of it
A lot of
because
talk for an Omega.
I am driven. I am not.
Okay, so
I accidentally
how do I
buzzed.
put it?
I accidentally buzzed.
Dean, you buzzed in.
I was
Let's
unlocking
see.
my
Go
phone.
and
I
answer.
accidentally buzzed.
Yeah, answer. Tough guy.
I don't even know the name of the cat That's the worst part.
Uh,
Like, if I knew the name, I could.
All right, so here's what I'll do. Since you both know of it,
I know it better.
all right, Dean, you can answer first. What kind of cat was it?
I don't know. It's the white one. I'm not good with cat breeds or breeds. It's the white ones. It's they're a little bit. They're not like the skinny, stereotypical Chinese cats that you see in like Lady and the Tramp. It's just some white.
Right.
It's the white, fluffier ones. They have like no. The
What
black
kind of cat breed?
tail
What
is
kind of
for-
cat breed is that?
I don't know cat breeds. Living.
If you can name the cat breed, I will give you the points.
All right. Well, I'm gonna Google search the cat breed.
Oh, don't. You're not supposed to be Googling this. We
Cheating.
talked about that. Yeah.
I know. I was joking. I don't even know how to
Ah.
Google it. I'd have
Okay,
to.
so I think we both gave up on this one.
All right.
I'm giving up because of how strict he is with rules and points.
The answer is Sagwa, Sagwa. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese
Sagwa.
cat.
Siamese cat, yeah.
Yep.
I would have never gotten that.
I was
No, that's
close.
why I made it a 500 because it was a tease. I knew you both knew the show, but neither of you knew the name.
I knew something
Oh.
about China was in the title, but I had no idea where it was placed.
That's why I said if you could give me the name of the cat, you already got 3 of the 5 words. If you could get the 4th one, you didn't have to name the cat.
I don't know cat breeds. I barely know dog breeds, and I'm a dog person, so I just don't
Oh,
care.
that's all fine. All right, so I believe it was Ari that picked the 2000s cartoons. Points are still 1,500 to 900. No one got those points. Ari, go ahead and pick the next option.
Let's do the next one for 400, or like the same one for 400, I mean.
2000s cartoons for 400. Okay, this spin-off cartoon focused on the activities of a league
Oh
of
my
villains
god!
and the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Jesus. Oh, I know. I know what it is. I don't know the name of it. I'm not good with names. I'm not good with titles.
Really? I didn't even have to look this one up. I do have to spell it and everything.
I know who's in it.
I remember seeing it. I don't remember the name either. We're just terrible at this right now.
I'm so bad with names, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
Can we
Orik,
just, like,
Orik wanted to
collectively
go
give
all
up?
out with like the hardest questions he could ask for.
Yeah, like, bro, like, chill with
No,
these questions, man.
It is like I told you before we started. I picked stuff you guys knew of, but you may not be able to specifically name.
Exactly. So you picked every
gotta get
single
at least
question. You
one
made every
right,
single question to be something that we don't know, and we could have gone the whole game without us giving one thing correct 100%, and no points were given.
No, that's.
I had a
incorrect.
question last time about Teletubbies. I gave him points for just naming stuff, but if, like the characters, I gave
they
him
couldn't
bonus
name
points
the
for
4
that.
Teletubbies. I remember they couldn't name the 4 Teletubbies. I was hitting my head against the wall like I remember
Name
this.
like the Teletubbies.
Want me to name them?
No. We give up.
Guys, all right. So
I don't
no
know,
one
like
got this
the
one.
League of
The
Doom,
answer is
Evil
Evil
Con Carne.
Evil
Yes.
Con Carne.
Yes, that's right. Evil Con Carne.
I, in fact, always misstate that for Evil Con Carnage, which is why I remember it, because I know I'm always getting it wrong. All right, so no one got any points. Ari, pick the next one.
It's
still a close game.
how over half the questions no one's gotten any points from 100s to 500s. Isn't that just weird, Ari?
Yeah, you know almost all of them. That's the fun fact. That's the fun part of trivia. You know them all. You just can't.
Yeah,
take
it's
it
fun
into
when
your
you
time.
don't know anything.
Correction, we know it all, but he just wants specific names and titles. So
No.
I could have given
These
you a specific episode from Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. But you won't accept it because I didn't say Chinese
That wasn't the answer to the question.
I also put all of my stuff in question form. So, yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm just
You can
complaining
stop
now because
protesting when you get the points
Finish
to win.
the category of 2000s cartoons for 100.
Finishing it up. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh, my phone.
This cartoon was famous for a few voice acting lines, for the fights and travels of a warrior trying to defeat evil through space and time.
What is Samurai Jack? What is Samurai Jack?
Correct.
What is Samurai Jack?
Correct.
Seasons 1 through 4.
Back to the
Because
past
season
samurai.
5 didn't come out till later.
All right. Dean, you're now 500 points
UP
behind
cast
Ari.
facts for 300. I know all of you like the.
Who was the first UP member to buy a house?
God bless America.
Ari,
Who is Orik?
incorrect. Dean,
Yeah, who is Anthony?
who is the first? Yes. Who was the first UP member to buy a house? Anthony. All right, so you get those points. Next prompt, next question. You're only down by 200 now. 1,500 to 1,300. What would be your next option, your next category?
UP cast facts for 400. Oh.
All right, UP cashbacks for 400. It says you're disconnected on the buzzer.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
wait for
My
that to fix
screen
itself
keeps
again.
locking. My screen keeps locking. All right, I'm on.
That's fine. Just waiting, making sure it's a fair game, best as it can be. UP cashback for 400. Let's go. This UP member was the first to
that's
buy a motorcycle.
snot.
Ari,
Who is ramen noodles?
Miles.
go ahead again, Ari.
Who is ramen noodles?
Correct. All right.
Wait, does
Nice.
Miles have a motorcycle?
No, I was just trying to throw you under the wheels.
Speed bump style.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying
Ari
to
has
trip you
pulled
up.
ahead with a greater lead of 1,900 to 1,300. Ari, what is your next option, your next choice?
Let's do UP cast facts for 200.
UP cast facts for 200. This UP member moved to Oklahoma for a short time period. Dean,
The answer is the old man Matt.
yes.
Yeah.
Remember for how long?
A couple months.
He was there for more than a few months. Ari, do you remember how long he was there?
You're breaking up. We couldn't hear you.
Ari, do you remember how long he was there?
I think it was just a couple weeks. I don't remember.
Oh, it was over half a year. I forget the exact number of months. I have to talk to him again. It was a little less than a year. Remember that.
Half a year is 6 months, buddy.
You said a few weeks.
But
In
you're
between-
saying, it was over half a year.
I know for certain it was over half a year. I think it was a little less than a year, though.
He
But
thinks
certainly-
closer to like 10 or 11 months.
Yeah, we can certainly ask Matt for the details, but he was gone for quite a while. Oh,
I wouldn't consider that a short period of time, though.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, if you want to talk grandiose.
I mean, people go to a college semester, and that's considered a short time period that you were in college, and that's only 3, 4, 5 months. Right? Or people go for a full year of college, like, yeah, I did a short stint in college. I was there for a year. I was there for a couple semesters. I took a few classes. I usually consider that a short time period. So that's where that mindset came from. I guess if the wording
They're probably
confused you,
talking in the
sorry.
context of what a normal college experience is like, which could be 3 to 4 years. And it's like, yeah, I wasn't there for 3 or 4 years, which is what you normally think of when someone says college. I don't know.
I was referring to people that go to community college.
Doesn't matter. I got the
instead.
points. We'll discuss with him the dates later, because I
All
forget
right,
myself.
so exactly.
We will go
All right.
with weird laws for 400.
Oh boy. I'm excited. Yes, this state makes it illegal to be drunk in a bar. Started the timer. Dean,
I have a couple ideas, but let's just go with like Indiana.
I'll give you both 3 guesses on this one because I don't think either of you will get it with 3 guesses. So, all right, Indiana, wrong. Ari, what's your first guess?
My first guess is going to be New York.
Wrong. Dean,
Yeah.
what's your second guess?
Is that how they're arresting so many people up there, Ari? They're just casually just walking in every bar in New York City. Part of me just wants to think it's really in the Midwest.
I'll give you a hint.
No,
It's west of the Mississippi.
I was already thinking that. I didn't want Ari thinking that. Montana.
Incorrect. Ari, what's your second guess?
What is Iowa?
Incorrect. All right, would you guys like a hint for the last one? Dean,
Sure.
Dean still gets to guess first.
All right, sure.
All right, it's one of the. What's the favorite? It's one of the least populated states
Wyoming.
per capita.
That was Montana, but Wyoming. Oh, per capita, not per acre. Yeah, Wyoming.
Incorrect. I guess, yeah, per acre would also be another way to put it.
What is Idaho?
Incorrect. The answer is Alaska.
Yeah, that's pretty Midwest.
Yeah.
It's west of the Mississippi. I was correct.
It's the size of the Midwest.
West of the Mississippi. We're thinking all like continental or like the continuous United States. Like,
I didn't
really?
think it would really be an issue in Alaska. I think if anyone made it to a bar in Alaska, they'd say go ahead.
That's why I said I didn't think either of you were going to get it, and I was going to give you extra guesses. I was curious about. I couldn't validate this one when I researched it, but there were some reported laws saying it's illegal to get a moose drunk or to bring to bring a moose into a bar. I couldn't validate those, so I just stuck with this one.
I would think it's illegal.
And that's what I'm saying. I couldn't validate anything, so I didn't want to use those as any references. But I had fun finding this one. I actually did not know about this until I researched it.
Interesting. Well, I will pick
Yes.
weird laws again for 500.
All right. Weird laws for 500. Nothing can be hunted on Sundays in this state except for raccoons. All right, Ari buzzed in first.
What is Tennessee?
Incorrect. Dean,
What is Kentucky?
incorrect. I'll give you I'll give you another guess each.
Okay.
Ari, you can go first. I'll let you.
No, Ari goes first because you got
Because
to
I
go
let
first
him.
with the Alaska. Because you went first with the Alaska one. You're both close to home.
It's Alaska.
So,
All of these are Alaska. Oh, that's a good idea for a category. The answer is Alaska.
Alaska.
The answer is Alaska.
Wasn't that an SNL sketch?
I
Where
think
the,
so. It's like
the category is the answer is X.
Yeah, and then they just guessed wrong. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, sorry, Ari.
All right, so I think I'm gonna go with
I know, right?
what is Oregon?
Yeah, that's right next to Tennessee, and Orik's gasp of close.
Close to home. Yeah, incorrect.
Man, you just shot me in the foot because you didn't even narrow it down for me. You're like, I'm not getting it, so I'm not gonna help him at all either. That's like if he said it's one of the two Carolinas and you said West. Like that just leaves both options open.
I gave you all the hints and puns you need.
I heard you the first time. What is Missouri?
You're not close to home. The answer is Virginia.
It is Virginia. Okay. I didn't think you were actually going to do a Virginia one. I thought you were going to do a neighboring one.
This is actually, as of the time of recording, there's something that is being discussed in the 2022 Virginia General Assembly to be removed. I believe it's already been removed it's already gone through the House of Delegates, and they need approval from the Senate and the governor before this would be repealed. Currently, this is law in Virginia. You're not allowed to hunt anything except for raccoons on Sundays.
Why was that passed in the first place?
It would have had to pass already because the General Assembly session ended in March. I guess just a weird fact of that is
Yeah,
one
when
of
I
the
was
shortest legislative sessions in the country at like either 60 days, for even number years, no, on odd number years, and then 90 days on even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was tabled at the time of recording this. All I know is that when I was looking up the law, I did verify it's still in effect. I don't know about the status of it because they
If
hadn't updated.
anything, if it passed, it probably wouldn't be enacted until July 1st.
Exactly. So that's why I don't think there was any update about it just yet in the news because it's not the biggest
Still a good one,
controversial.
yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, no one got that one, but I think that was a fun one, a good one. Definitely something I did not know about before I started researching it.
Yeah, so
So,
we knew about it.
I figured I could give you enough hints to give you. It seems you guys were close. You said Tennessee and Kentucky. You were on track. No one said Virginia. That's all it was. You knew what region you were looking for, though, until
Yeah,
you said
thank you for the
Oregon.
play-by-play.
Yeah.
I was
All
thinking
right.
the South, but I didn't think Virginia at all.
The South. Yeah.
All right. So Team Omega is still at 1,500 points, and Team Sigma is at 1,900.
We will go with
Team.
scientific
All right.
inventions for. Hold on, let me consult with my people. What the fuck? Scientific inventions for 100.
Scientific inventions for 100.
Oh,
All
my
right.
buzzer is locked. There we are.
Let me see. Quick.
Dean
All
is
right.
ready.
I am ready.
Chinese alchemist mixed sulfur,
That's
Gunpowder.
charcoal,
crap.
and salt
No,
pepper.
no, that's bull crap. You resetted the thing.
Hey, he mistyped. Wait, saltpeter? Never mind. My brain really quickly saw that as salt and pepper.
Right. Chinese alchemists mixed sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter in the 9th century AD to create this revolutionary substance.
Gunpowder.
I hate you. I hate you.
So, to clarify, the reason I reset it is because Dean still had a disconnected status.
Oh no, I
I
buzzed
came
in.
back into it.
I buzzed in.
I swear
Yeah.
I buzzed in and then Dean like just swooped in under that.
Yeah, you just gotta be quicker than that.
I didn't know it was gonna be like
Pay
reset it.
attention. Look at the buzzer. Don't look at me.
Oh
Right.
man.
You guys want to do rock, paper, scissors for
No,
that
give
one?
me the goddamn points. I got them fair and square twice now.
I buzzed in.
So,
And I
what
buzzed in
happened?
faster.
The audience, what happened was when I first clicked on the question, at that point, Dean was disconnected, so I backed out.
But he
And
didn't
when I
show up
came
as
back in,
disconnected though.
it did on my system. It said he was disconnected. So when I backed back out, he was no longer disconnected. And then I jumped back in, and that's when Ari came up on the system, and I reset the board, and then Dean buzzed in for Ari. I'm going to give it to Dean this time.
Alright, that's bullshit.
That's not bullshit.
And if it ends up being a tie or a difference of 100 points at the end, then I'll figure out a resolution. But I don't think it's going to finish within a 100-point
We'll
range,
just
so I'm
fight
not
it
too
out in a
worried about it.
boxing ring.
Yeah, chess match or something. All right, so Ari, I'll let you pick the next choice.
That's
though,
not how
since
this
I
game
gave
fucking works. You can't just change rules halfway through.
We're not halfway through.
You
We're at
can't
the
be
end.
like me,
You got the points. Ari gets to pick the next prompt.
where I'm changing points at the end just to give Platypus a fair chance to make it somewhat close after a rock.
You got the points because you yelled out the answer before Ari could, and now Ari gets to pick
That's
the next
because I
prompt.
buzzed in. I could see my name clearly was buzzed in before him on multiple attempts. He's just slow on multiple attempts.
How about you just like answer when you're called upon too?
I was called upon. The buzzer said Dean.
That's not being called upon. That's just buzzing in.
All right, Ari, pick the next prompt, please.
Why don't we just finish scientific inventions for 300?
No.
Scientific inventions for 300. All right, so Ezra J. Warner invented this. All right, Dean buzzed in. What is it?
Is it the can opener?
Correct. Ezra J. Warner invented this common household gadget used to open stored food in 1858.
What happened? What happened, Ari? Are you eating too much butter from all that popcorn from when you thought you had a good lead and you just took a little break? Your fingers slipping on the keypad?
I'd be winning right now if it weren't for this rigged game.
Man, it's a
Like,
tied
You're not.
score.
Yeah, you're not losing. It's 1900 to 1900.
Man, who
yeah,
would
it's rigged.
Yeah, rigged my
Fake
ass.
news. Collusion.
me.
There's collusion in this game.
There's no
I
collusion.
assure you.
There
with
is
the
collusion.
If there's any collusion, it's between you
Ari,
two, because
You like
he's
reset-
purposely
I
pissing off
reset
Orik.
the buzzer. Yeah.
All right,
And
so
then you're
I
just
assure
taking
you.
advantage
Let,
of
let
that.
me speak. Ari, let me speak.
Man, you're getting
I
pretty
assure
you're
you,
getting
with
pretty
these-
angry for
Dean,
Sigma.
Stop. Dean, stop. Let me speak. I assure you, with these last 3 questions, at least one of them will not be guessed correctly, so the game will not end in a tie. I can assure you that
So that's
much.
a 500 question he's saying we're not going to get. And I'm guessing it's the landmarks for 500 because there's a damn fact I'm getting UP cast facts for 500. So you better get this one if you want to win.
All right, so Dean, pick the next prompt.
We're going with
Wonder what?
let's go with UP cast facts for 500. Let's just assert my
Okay.
dominance.
All right, this UP Dean. All right,
That's bull. Ugh.
Well, there's multiple answers to this.
Dean buzzed in, and you just have to give one correct one.
Platypus.
Correct. This UP member prefers to drive manual over automatic.
Yeah, there's multiple. So. Oh, and I guess the
Okay.
right one you put down. Awesome.
Yeah, just like the first one with the 100 points. You just
I
have to
figured
get one.
I figured he's definitely more consistent with that because Noodles has his motorcycle and other vehicles. So.
I've talked to Noodles. I forget if he actually prefers automatic. He knows how. I think he does prefer automatic. He knows how to drive manual,
Yeah,
and he
'cause he
enjoyed it
taught
when
you.
he had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
For
enjoyed it
anyone
while he
curious
had it.
about that story, go back to another episode we have. It'll be linked in the description if we remember to add it.
When we're editing this, we'll be sure to hear that note. All right, so
Yeah, it's about
Dean,
driving and everything.
there's 2 prompts left: landmarks for 400 and landmarks for 500. You currently lead Sigma team by 500 points. The score is 2,400 to 1,900.
Yeah,
A chance to seal the deal.
Yeah, you know what? Because I want to give Sigma a bit of a chance. We'll go with landmarks for 400.
All right. Often overlooked by the Grand Canyon in the same state, this landmark consists of 218.
You never
You
cleared the
disconnected.
buzzer.
I did. You disconnected.
Oh yeah.
Often overlooked by the Grand Canyon in the same state, this landmark consists of 218 million-year-old fossilized wood, colorful rock formations,
Oh.
petroglyphs, and the abandoned village of, I don't know how to pronounce it, Puerco Pueblo.
Pueblo.
Okay. And this is a double jeopardy. If you get it right, you get 800 points.
I thought the
Hurry.
landmark was Puerco Pueblo.
Isn't it like the petrified forest?
Correct. Petrified
Ooh.
Forest National Park. All right. So now, the one you've both been fearing, landmarks for 500.
This game's
Ari
rigged.
has 2,700 points.
Clear
Dean
the
has
buzzer.
2,400 points.
Clear the buzzer.
Buzzer is cleared. I am locking it, so you can't buzz in until I unlock it for this one. All right, final question. Let's go. Double Jeopardy was quite a boost right there. I actually forgot that was a double Jeopardy. So here we go. Caused by an outflow of iron oxide tainted plume of salt water, this rare landmark can be found in Antarctica. Unlocked. Sorry.
I've seen a lot of information about this. It makes it look like the thing looks like blood.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know the name of the the landmark, but I'm gonna say is like a bloody like waterfall.
What?
Blood waterfall, something like that.
Dean, what is your guess?
I'm not too sure. Is it like it's obviously red, like Ari said, and I'm assuming because Antarctica, anything special about Antarctica's on the edges where things are breaking or melting. So I'm gonna say something like blood water or blood falls.
Or what was your guess again? I apologize.
Ari or me?
Ari, what was your? I heard yours. What was your guess again, Ari? Dean spoke a lot.
Yeah, I said blood waterfall, something like that.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
No,
I
he
did.
did. He did. And Dean actually got the exact wording. It is blood falls.
Oh,
So had he not said blood falls exactly, you would have had that, Ari, because he said blood waterfalls.
I was gonna repeat what Ari said, but that didn't happen. Luckily.
Oh man.
So, by more than 100 points, Dean is a lead of 200 points against Ari. So that debacle with the 100 points from scientific inventions doesn't matter because Dean is the champion. He has won by 200 points. And again, for those watching and listening, there is no final Jeopardy with this version that I'm doing
I
right now.
should be ahead by an extra 500 because I knew what Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat, was, but you didn't want to give me
Well,
points
you
for
didn't
it.
get it.
Ari also remembered what it was.
Look, don't be a sore loser, and I won't be a sore winner. I should have gotten those points, though.
All right, so that's round 2 of Jeopardy. Previous champion Ari has fallen. He has been defeated. His victory streak of 1 has been replaced by a victory streak of 1 for Dean. Thank you, everybody, for attending.
I would just
This
like
has
to
been-
thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my mother for giving birth to such an intelligent trivia master like myself. This is the first time I've ever won trivia.
This was a rigged game.
It's not.
There was collusion.
It's not rigged.
There's
No,
fake-
it's not
there's
rigged.
fake news.
No, it's not. If anything, I'm surprised I didn't lose more points from pissing off Orik sooner. I'd like to thank Ari because if he didn't play, I wouldn't have won. So, yeah.
I commend both contestants. This was a very close game, given the way that I like to do trivia. They both held their ground very well and did much better in the later categories than they probably thought they would have.
Your trivia's fine. I'm not actually going to complain about it. I just am not good with names and stuff, so I was like, maybe I could get partial points. But that's not how the game works.
That's how I designed round 2, is things that you guys should be familiar with or heard of, but just couldn't name off the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
So you guys both did very well.
Don't worry, Ari. This title's not going to last long. Like, it's not going to last long at all.
His victory streak of 1 is going to have just as long. It's going to have just as long a record as yours was.
Yeah.
Once I get into the trivia ring. So, all right, everybody. This has been another episode of Unfiltered Pineapple. This was Jeopardy round 2. This is your host Orik, joined by Ari and Dean. We thank you for listening. We thank you for joining in, and please do not hesitate to comment, subscribe, and listen to all of our other episodes. Follow us on social media. We greatly appreciate it.
Like, share,
Ari,
anything and everything. Give us comments and feedback to know if you want
any
us to
final
continue
words,
this
Ari?
series. To let us know
We
if you
love
want to
your
continue
feedback.
this series or not. What was that, Ari?
We love your feedback, guys.
Yeah, that way we know what to work on. So
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions for trivia
categories.
categories or even questions and answers, feel free to pitch them. We'll gladly look over them and see how we can incorporate them.
or even questions about the cast, and then you can get the answers as an answer from the category, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we can discuss your past questions and answer them in the Jeopardy game. All right. Again, thank you everybody for attending. Have a great rest of your day.